Ladies and gentlemen, just checking, we are live. Now, let me tell you, I am new to Warhammer 40,000, the entirety of the universe. I've heard of it. Obviously, I'm 35, so I've heard of Warhammer before, but it's never been one of those things where I've been like, oh man, I gotta get into Warhammer. I gotta figure out what this shit is, you know? It's just, I wasn't into tabletop games. I wasn't really into, fancy board games when I was young. I've always liked board games, don't get me wrong. I understand there's a slight difference between board games and tabletop games, and whoa, but like I get that there is a difference there, right? I understand that, but there's still a similarity on some level. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up here. They're good. Where is... Anyway, so I understand that there's like only kind of a similarity there. So I have to look at this and be like, oh, this is a whole new world for Warhammer. I'm always looking for something to obsess over, right? Like that's just kind of my thing that I like to do. I like to find something and really dive deep into it. It's just kind of something I enjoy, right? Make sure the all the sounds for desktop audio is down. Good. Anyway, I enjoy it. I think it's really nice to be able to partake in a world and just kind of invest yourself into it. I loved, especially when I was in grade school, Star Wars was that for me, right? Recently, it's been nothing. Dark Souls, I've really got into Dark Souls a lot recently. I mean, recently within the last, since Dark Souls 3 came out, so 2016. I'm more of a gamer than a tabletop gamer. That's what we were talking about before. I've always heard of it. I've seen the books. I've seen the miniatures you can get. But not being into tabletop games, I've only done D&D once. It's really nothing that I have spent a lot of time doing. I didn't really get into Warhammer, right? It's kind of like right up my wheelhouse. I love sci-fi, dark, gritty, grim dark. Dark Souls is grim dark. I love sci-fi, Star Wars, Dune. We're gonna be playing Dune when it comes out. So long story short, ever since Henry Cavill, I can never remember his freaking name, Superman. Ever since Superman started talking about this, I've been like, Warhammer. Why is he like this so much? So I've looked into Warhammer Fantasy, I've looked into Age of Sigmar, and I've looked into Warhammer 40,000. If Warhammer Fantasy was still a thing, we would probably be maybe going towards it a little bit more. I don't like Age of Sigmar. Cheesecake Palmon is going to be dead. The Ultramarines are going to come and beat the crap out of Palmon. Cheesecake, what is happening? Anywho. Age of Sigmar seems like if we're getting into just the tabletop gaming, that would be the way to go. But the rules have been simplified. Everybody says that Warhammer 40,000 rules are kind of... she looks like the people from Wooly. She does look like the people from Wooly. Are you going to be playing Wuthering Waves when it comes out at all, Cheesecake? The 40K has a lot of bloat to the rules. But, man, I just like it. I've been watching some podcast or listening to some podcasts, watching some videos on YouTube, and out of all of it, especially because Space Marines 2 is coming out. I really want to play that. I wanted to try to get into Warhammer. So my goal, I don't know how this is going to happen, if this is going to happen, but the goal is to get into this game, get into Space Marines, explore some of the mobile games. I've been playing Tacitus, or Tactius. What's it called? I've been playing Tacticus. Yeah, Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus. I've Warp Forge downloaded, Freeblade, and the Horus Heresy Legions all set. You take this here, copy that. So I wouldn't mind, you know, trying to play it a little bit. And maybe doing some of the mobile ones. Tacticus is actually on the whole Google bullshit. It's on a Google thing. I don't even know what that game is. Wuthering Waves. Never heard of Wuthering Waves? It's like so Kuro Games made Punishing Gray Raven, which is the best battle system I think I've ever played on mobile. It is smooth. It's better than Genshin. Should I going to be playing Superstar Luna? Oh, no. I would like to be. For Christmas, I got a new keyboard, by the way. It's aluminum and everything. It's pretty fancy. I kind of like it. But, what was I saying? So I want to do maybe some miniature painting streams. I want to try to cover the lore a little bit, get an idea of the past. I'm watching a podcast that's going over basically a year where we're at now, like us in 2024 through 25,000 AD or whatever their designator is now. And then we're talking about, you know, the formation of the Imperium, which is basically the humans taking over the galaxy. Then we're talking about the Horus Heresy, which is where the Emperor has been, you know, gets betrayed by one of his Primarchs, Horus. Thus the Horus Heresy, you know. And then we get into present day, Warhammer 40,000 being the 41st millennium. And kind of diving into what the story is now. Eventually we'll get there. The problem is there's so much to go through. But today, my whole purpose... Oh boy, Nikado, Palmoncado. I don't even want to see that mashup. That doesn't sound fantastic. Excuse me. I mean, I've had a cold for the last, like, year now. But, the whole purpose of this is I'm a gamer. I love video games. Clearly. So I want to see if how accessible Warhammer 40,000 is through video games. If this game gives us enough to try to get into the lore of Warhammer, and then if we can kind of branch out from there. You know, there's several other games. So without further ado, we're just going to get started here. Okay. I don't really care too much as developers. The main story take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade protectorate and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of von Valancius as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without, as countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you and me to hold the reins of the shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the von Valancius. If we look at actual Latin, it would be not medieval Latin. I think medieval Latin changed the way Caesar, but we're talking ancient Latin, it'd be Valancius. That's why Caesar is actually Kaiser in Latin. But anyway, doesn't matter. This isn't Latin, this is Warhammer. Fuck Latin, right? Currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamity, and heresy. The stakes are high and rise even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Coronis expanse. Coronis. Anyway, let's continue. So we're going to do normal. I don't feel like being daring. Honestly, I've been playing a lot of hard games recently. I don't feel like getting my cheeks spread. We're not going to be bitches and pick story mode. Don't care. Now, if you really want to customize it, you can go through half cover hit bonus. You can customize all of this, which we should say that this is a CRPG, a computer RPG. My man does kind of look like Mikado Avocado and probably eats just as much as he does. So you could, if you want to make your own game, in terms of buffing certain things, you know, custom rule sets, we can do that here. We're not going to. I'm going to do normal. I feel like normal difficulty level designed for players unfamiliar with the base game systems. Never played this. I haven't played, what was the other one? Baldur's Gate 3. Let's make Paimon cry. How are we going to make Paimon cry? That's really the thing. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, which is like another big CRPG. Honestly, my like foray into PC gaming hasn't been the stereotype. Violent gents gaming, my man, the newly married violent gents. Well, newly, officially married. What's happening, brother? I wasn't sure if you're still alive, honestly, because I figured Trudeau would have sent everybody into the Dark Ages up there. We're not far behind you. So my foray into like computer gaming is this just basically an extension of consoles for me. And I don't play any of these like fancy. I mean, I'll play like indie titles that only Steam gets or only are on PC and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah, man. I'm surprised. I mean, Detroit isn't much better, but I'm surprised you haven't just crossed over the border and, you know, drank some lead poison water. Now, we get... So we could pick from 3 pre-made... Look at Billy Badass there. Can we zoom in? Look at this gent. We're going to make our own character. I would much prefer making my own character. Create your very own rogue trader from scratch. The possibilities are endless when it comes to customizing your character and choosing their homeworld, gender, and background. You could choose you could choose from a wide variety of abilities and skills such as combat skills, social skills, which I have none. Just ask all of my coworkers. I'm an ass. And technical skills. These abilities and skills determine how your character interacts with the world and what kind of challenges they can overcome. Finally, you could choose your character's archetype. Each archetype path offers its own unique set of opportunities and challenges, thus replayability. So choose wisely. With all of these customization options at your fingertips, you can create a rogue trader that is truly one of a kind and embark on an adventure unlike any other in the world of Warhammer 40,000. I've already sent 2 detectives here, disguised as technicians, but they never came back. So, we could pick from these. Huh? Oh. We could pick from these various portraits of characters. Kind of digging this a little bit. I like that these are already like pre-made for us. That's a beefy boy. And the hand-drawn style is really cool. I think I'm probably going to go for this. Probably going to do this, though. I'm enjoying that aesthetic, but I also really like this. Okay, I don't like that. Oh, what? Okay, I mean, that's pretty much... It's pretty much my, my face and my haircut. So in order to stay consistent like we try to do, let's give him a beard first off. A nice, properly trimmed beard. Does look like? What's the difference between these two beards? Not much. We're actually going this route. Again, when I try to do this, I would like to kind of keep the characters similar. This beard is a bit thicker than mine. Clearly, it's a bit thicker than... No. It is clearly a bit thicker than mine. No, no way, dude. Furina sounds really familiar to me, but I don't, off the top of my head, I have no idea. Oh, this is more my style, although that chin is... Yikes. Actually, I might like that face better. See what the body looks like. Oof. I mean, again, that's more my body style than... that. Oh, yes! Dude, I haven't played Genshin in so long. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, we can have a man bun, dude. No way. No. I think we're gonna stick with this. Yes, she absolutely will. All right, we'll do that again. No, we had this beard here. Because this is way more... It's way closer to, we're gonna do this face. Because I like it a little bit better. Augmentations. I don't usually like augmentations. I don't want to do that. We're gonna go back to none. I just don't enjoy that. Well... I don't typically like doing this kind of stuff. Especially not something like that. No. No, I don't need a metal mouth. I think we're going to go the purest form.
Something of interest. Let my fury rain down upon thee.
Let my fury rain... maybe that.
Empyrean.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
For the Emperor!
This. We'll do this. Tattoos? Oh, we can have some tattoos, baby. See what we got here. Yes. I can't do... Yeah, we're going to do some full sleeves over there. 100%. I don't typically do that kind of stuff. Like, I don't usually do tattoos and crap, but why not? Gotta make our guy look badass. Okay, here we go. So these are kind of our classes that we get to pick from. There is Death World, Voidborn, Hive World, Forge World, Imperial World, and Fortress World. On Death Worlds, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself take aggressive and destructive forms. Inimical? To human life? Inimical? Inimical, I'm assuming. Anyway, whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. Survival stick. Once per combat, when the wounds of a Death World character drop below 30%, they gain 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. Interesting. Strength, agility, toughness, kind of your quality build sort of thing. Talents. Talents we have are Brutal Hunter, 15 critical chance, Wounded Beast, every injury. Oh, that's kind of cool. Tenacity, Once per combat, when a Death World character suffers a stun, blinded, or immobilized effect. Okay, that's not bad. Trusty weapon. Critical hit. Lifetime of scars. Alright. Fortune. We can re-roll any failed attack. Dodge parry. Bloody mess. Double damage. Just a flesh wound. Smart. Okay. Dive World. Yikes. I don't know if I like that. Humanity's finest. Interesting. Under 4% wounds per. Okay, 10% bonus characteristics and all resolve. No heresy. Classic. Maybe we'll be part of the Imperium, right? Fortress World. So I like the stuff that this does. Let's see. What the f... Uh-huh. Lore. New dialogue options. That's kind of cool. We're doing Death World. I just feel like it has the coolest stuff. Are we going to be able to do it properly? I don't know, because I feel like there's so much to this game. Holy Nikes. Is it change over there? Oh, that is what changes. All right. So there's plus 10 strength. Is like a well-rounded humanity's finest. What's this do? Besides a weapon skill, add 10 bonus. I mean, that's kind of cool. What do you think, chat? Should we be straight humans, part of the Imperial world? Or should we do Death World? Because I do kind of like this. Intelligence -5. That's not great. I think we might just do this. We might do, let's see what this, better die for the Emperor. Under 4% when Imperial World characters gain a 10% bonus on all characteristics. Doing my part. If no other character in the same archetype of character, the first archetype ability used in each combat is one, okay. Man, I don't know, chat. I just think... What's Forge World? Intelligence, toughness. Forge of a purpose. Forge characters choose one following subskin. Extra toughness. Okay, that's fine. What do you think? I think I want to be part of the Imperial world. Because it's so even across the board. Our strength is going to go up by 10. And then we can change over here how we look. In terms of all this cool shit as well. A priest. A crime lord. A commissar. And obviously a militarum commander. But I'm kind of thinking I like the Imperial world. Now, we could do several builds later on. We could try a different character, make them differently later, or like start a different game. Problem is, this game is so girthy. It's like 120 hours. The Astra Militarum, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force of the Imperium in the first line of defense for the myriad threats that endanger the existence of humanity in the 41st millennium. You have served as one of the commanders of an Astra Militarum? Oh god, I'm stupid. Regiment, commanding thousands and winning battles in the name of the God Emperor. Regimental. See, tactics. The Astra Militarum Commander and all their allies deal an additional 20 plus 2 times percentage bonus damage to enemies that are... What does that even fucking mean? What does it mean? The enemies that are adjacent to the commander and their allies until the end of the turn. All the commander's allies also suffer no damage from allies' attacks until the end of the... It adds this, suppression fire. Rate of fire. Man, I have this feeling I'm going to be like a basic bitch. Let's see. The commissars of the Officio Prefectus are ruthless officers charged with maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of their Astra. Why do I not want to put... Cheesecake, I have no idea what it means. Militarum Regiment. You used to be one of these faithful servants of the God Emperor, a living symbol of Imperium authority, regarded with a mix of fear and awe by their subordinates. Alright. Sounds pretty cool. The Commissar's next single shot or single target melee applies the following effect. Enemy target. The target becomes marked. Ally who kills the marked target gains an additional turn after... Okay, that's kind of cool. Weapon skill, fellowship. Dude. I've been sick for like... Feels like forever. Oh, well, the Commissar's allies under the effect of at all costs. The ally suffers plus 50% damage, but oh, I mean, that's not great. Show them contempt. Well, the Commissar is adjacent to an enemy. All their allies gain... Okay. Crime Lord. You serve me. Let's see. You know what? We're going to base this solely off of how our character looks. Looks kind of cool. Looks very cool. He's okay. Cheesy? No. 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 Okay. So do we do the Astra Militarum Commander or the Commissar? Both of them, I think, have, for all I know, decent modifiers for the Emperor. I think that might actually benefit our character pretty well. But for this, ballistic skills, this is probably going to be what I pick, honestly. This is probably going to be what I pick. But you guys tell me, do you think this guy looks cooler? Or do you think this guy looks cool? Dude. Dude. Son of a bitch. This guy looks fucking freaking cool, dude. Weapon skill, coercion. We're going to do this. This is it. There's more. You play a key role in exposing conspiracy among you. Okay. Logic. Coercion. Demolition. Just going to keep going with the top stuff. Now. The thing that hurts us. The souls of all who perish in a brilliant offensive will haunt you, your nightmares, and torture your soul. Awareness. That might be it. Persuasion. Athletics. We're going to go with this. Choose an archetype to see description. You can choose one of the first tier archetypes. Archetypes are development paths that your character follows. Each archetype encapsulates a unique set of skills and expertise and represents a specific combat specialization, from the frontline warrior to the indispensable leader preferring to command from the rear. Warrior? Warriors are combatants, boosting exceptional melee prowess. Capable... What do we pick over here? We might want to do that, actually. High damage at close quarters. Combat and withstanding heavy amounts of damage. Also excel at drawing enemies' attention from less defended allies. Melee. Parry. Can parry. What is this, Dark Souls? What the f... Willpower and fellowship to improve combat capabilities. I don't think we have very good willpower. Intelligence, perception, don't think we have good with that. Ranged weapons. I think we're just going to be basic here. We're going to pick this. Let's see, charge. This is the warrior moves in a straight line, melee, launch. I kind of want to be ranged, honestly. We might have to go back and change stuff if we want to be ranged. Run and gun, soldier gains 2+, probably agility. Just telling me what do I pick? Open skill, fellowship, coercion. Man, we might have to change the origin a little bit. Yeah, if we want to do this, we're gonna pick this guy, sadly. Just because he's going to be the best with ballistic skills, I think. Navy officer might be okay. Oh, I kind of like war lore, but we're going to have to pick this. A little bummed out here, chat, but it's all right. I'm going to keep this because I would like that. Awareness, I'm going to keep the awareness low. We're going to pick soldier. Okay. Available points. Right. Okay. Weapon skill. Ballistics, let's go up to 40. Let's see. Intelligence, let's go up to power. Let's see, intelligence. Boom. We could name this. That's kind of cool. All right. Sword class frigate. Yes. Yes. This is it. What's your ship name? Unforgiven. The Sword class frigate is a classic void ship designed, proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable whatever. That's the only option I have. That's what we're sticking to. Maneuverability, whatever. Okay, this, edit name, we're going to, boom. You got it. Oh, man, but I always use... There we go. All right. We'll figure it out. Chat, honestly, I have no idea what we picked. I didn't understand what any of that meant. So far, we probably should have taken the entire stream, honestly, instead of half an hour to go through all that. Did we pick the right stuff? I don't know. I honestly don't know. We could go back and redo some of that. I think our character's good. I don't mind being a human. I think we made the right move to do the soldier and the whatever else that we picked. Yeah. Imperial origin and the Astric militarium commander and the soldier. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. I think that was kind of the right move, just because it seems to add up a little bit. But overall, we may have chosen poorly. The only way we're going to know is to finally start the game. But so far, it's a lot. Like, the world itself is a lot. The lore is a lot. And now this. It's rough. But again, what we should have done is taken the entire, oh, let me see here. We should have taken the entire stream to deal with this, to kind of go through it and just figure out what all this means. But instead, we're going to do what a goon like myself typically does and just plow forward. What's it matter? There's a tutorial. It's going to teach us. We'll be able to change stuff as the game goes on to make sure that we do the best possible damage. And also, a game like this is a lot about strategy and where you put your other characters. Chess is my jam. Kind of. Pressing a key. Let's find out. The game looks good. The game's beautiful. It didn't automatically pick all the best options. I mean, I have a RTX 3070. It should be able to handle that. And low.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
I don't like the cut of his jib. You are in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about current events, influence the character you're speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. Your character's personal story depends on the dialogue choices you make. Available dialogue options are displayed on the right. Select a reply by clicking. Yeah, I know how to do it. All right, let's do this. All this ostentation. Yes, let's all balls it.
My apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention.
Get him.
Allow me to introduce myself. Kunrad Voitvir, Master of Whispers.
Can you say that name again?
Of her ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
You can hover your cursor over the highlighted words to learn more about them. No way. The tooltips that appear can help you better understand the world of the game or its mechanics. Words are highlighted when they first appear in the text. Scroll up. Dialog box. What the heck? The guide, the ruler, and the higher power to which humanity offers their prayers for aid and deliverance. Most will be driven mad with despair if they only knew the truth. Rogue Trader. A subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title, a rogue trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. That's cool. So the game understands, Owlcat Games understands that there's going to be a lot to this. So they add in like a little encyclopedia.
My regards, Master. Or should
Thanks.
I say, Von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium.
Well, if you have to call me out like that.
A shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora.
So we're related to, like, we're like the main family in the game.
Part of a ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
Well, if that's what we're going to look at here, I guess we'll be okay. Lord Captain, a strange title, Bush, for the lady.
To put it plainly, I am the head.
He does kind of have like a sneaky. Oh, okay.
The interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links, both the
I feel like you are a weak link.
And in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
You say I'm one of the Rogue Trader heirs. So, there's another candidate.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough. Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the Gold Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct.
What a word. I love sacrosanct. Imperium of Man, the galaxy-spanning interstellar human empire ruled by the living god who is known as the Emperor of Mankind. Lex Imperialis, Codex of Imperium Laws. Makes sense?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty.
Oh, okay.
Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Alright, continue.
I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
That's interesting.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say,
What a smug laugh. I can't wait till we beat the poo out of him, because we know we're going to have to. This guy is going to die.
however privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Yeah, okay. Warrant of trade. The sacred relic document that affirms the preeminent rights of a rogue trader throughout the galaxy. Okay. Basically, it's giving us our title. We're a strange, from what I understand, rogue trader is not a typical title. So you have to have, like, documents proving that you are one.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora.
Oh,
I
okay.
imagine you have
Finally, let's get this rolling. I really...
patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord's Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform.
Who comes up with these names? Ethelthred von Valencius. Who wants to write that on a check, dude? Nobody. No one wants to fucking write it on a check. Rogue trader Theodora von Valencius desires a personal meeting with you. Okay. Follow Conrad. Okay.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Okay, so far, the controls are terrible. Some objects in the game can be interacted with in a special way. They are marked with specific icons. Some icons allow you to study objects, others will transfer the character to neighboring locations or launch a small event. These icons become visible when your character is standing close enough to interact with the screen. Click the left mouse button to interact. Okay. Hold tab to highlight objects your character interact with. Oh, that's cool. Massive conference table. Real wood. Nice, dude. The sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the cycle. Incomprehensible information is displayed on the large screen above the cogitators. You can make out references to unfamiliar. Why does it keep going away? Because I'm a slow reader, that's why. Okay. We could talk to this person?
Let us walk this path to the end.
May his will strengthen my heart. Okay. Candle altar was good. Alright. There he is. Yeah, look at Billy Badass there in this,
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like
I think he's called a, starts with a P. I don't remember. Basically a psychic. Or a telepath.
What's happening?
Betrayal.
The servitors have gone berserk.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The servitors. That doesn't tell me anything. Here we go, boys.
You shall be crushed
Okay.
beneath our unyielding might.
To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize with the combat system of Rogue Trader. Okay. Let's start the battle. Boom. Great. Uh-oh. He's coming up. He's gonna kill him. He gone. Oh, he's gone too. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Select the cell with the highlight area. Double-click the mouse. Movement points determine how far a character can move in their turn. 1 MP corresponds to 1 cell. Okay. Interesting. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their maximum value. Action points. So your action points are used to use abilities or attack. To attack, first click the left mouse button on the single shot icon on the weapon panel at the bottom of the screen. Okay, I mean I could just hit 1 on my mouse. Hover the cursor over an enemy, a tooltip will appear showing your chances of hitting the enemy and the possible damage you could deal on a successful hit. What the f- What game are we playing? Ranges. Different guns have ranges. Abilities on the game are considered attack icons. If a character performs an attack action, they will not be able to attack again and will lose their remaining movement points until the start of the next game. Okay. It looks like we have pretty good.
I will not be deterred.
Okay, that didn't do anything.
Comply.
Boom. There we go. Boom. Yeah, I don't. Uh-oh, don't attack me, dude. Get him, Conrad. Okay, we're actually going to move back here. Ow. Jesus. There's a med kit. Do we have a med kit? I don't think we do. Good.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Oh boy, this isn't gonna be good.
The Emperor commands. Rejoice in service.
Uh-oh. Oh, he dodged, okay.
Death to the heretics!
What
Thank God.
suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are
Interesting.
gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Voxcaster, a piece of technology used to communicate over short distances. Nice.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady
What? What are you
Theodora's
going to
safety,
do?
I have to oversee the execution of these orders.
Yeah,
I I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Man. Okay, we're here. We want to go somewhere over here.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Well, why didn't it do anything to help us? Jesus. Dude, there is so much of Blackstorm's obsidian if you look closely.
Know your duty.
Why does he talk like that? Why did I pick that guy's voice? What an a-hole. Think we want to go this way?
Shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Okay.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Boy, she's smug too. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin, stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervous twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valancius' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible, head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Between the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth. There's a behemoth, bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Oh, that's me.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say.
Yeah.
But attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Okay. So here we go. Your character's skills reflect their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogues automatically initiate passive skill tests. If such a test succeeds, new information will be revealed, or a hidden dialogue option will unlock. If your character is traveling with the allies, party members with the highest score. Okay. So, if we want to do some of this, let's see, warp. There are ways to confirm whether, Psychers. Okay. These spirits could be... those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case and if the population... Yeah, why not? Let's do this way.
Reasonable
My middle names.
Chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Well, I'll go F myself
Apart
then.
from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
What's this fuckface's problem? Hey, you go shove your head up someone else's ass, dick. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do. Adelthrad, yeah. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become any one of our stats to engage in petty feuds? I find your tone most disagreeable, Adelthrad. Adelthred, you will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or you will live to regret the consequences. Shut your mouth, Adelthred, before I decide to shut it for you. Boom.
Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship.
Boy, he took it.
Why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck.
He just took it. He was ready to go.
To commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
She was helping us out, basically telling him to F off.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Suck up. Really? We had to watch him wander off?
So, why are you here? Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is
interesting.
one such opportunity.
All right, let's continue.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris.
What?
I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity.
Boy, she has some power. She says this all... What a word. I was about to say she says all with vindication. No, you weren't. You just saw it on there and wanted to say that you were going to use it. I mean, she's driven right there. God damn.
Wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Preach, sister, preach.
It's my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
She done? I am ready to take on this sacred purpose.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest?
Yes.
You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things
I mean, I just beat a robot.
I have doubts
He almost killed me in one hit,
for the role of
but I beat him.
trader.
That's something, right?
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally.
Interesting.
Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Wait. So you mean to tell me that he is related to, I would say you, but us? Let's do this one first.
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted.
Oh, he's one of my competition. God damn.
Fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people.
Interesting.
They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose
I don't know if I
successor, I will still require
fully believe that, honestly.
the skills and knowledge
I'm a very
you
patient human
acquire
being when I
formally
have a lot of initiative.
prove invaluable here in the Coronis expanse. Service in the Astra Militarum is a trial from which very few people emerge with their life.
Yes, we did.
You have risen through the ranks of the Imperial Guard and assumed command of an army is a testament to your astuteness, both on the battlefield and in the tangled net of officer intrigues. I assure you, the company that a rogue trader keeps will offer you plenty of chances to demonstrate both your diplomatic skills and your combat prowess.
Well, we've already seen my combat prowess.
Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better.
Your outstanding intellect is known beyond the bounds of your own system. I'm a fucking genius, chat. We're smart. I've been trying to tell people in my family that for decades now. Decades.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Boy, I don't,
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator. A sanctioned noble mutant whose genes allow them to safely guide a warp-capable void ship through the warp. That's cool. The warp, an alternate dimension of pure energy and madness existing as a mirror to real space, also known as the Immaterium, the Imperium, the Ether, the Sea of Souls, or warp space. So, the Force? Kind of. Navigator, translation, what are these things you speak of? Yes, game, teach me. Teach me.
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp,
Okay.
an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces.
All right.
By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
Okay. Honestly, chat, I'm almost overwhelmed with this game at the moment. Just the amount of information they're throwing at you. The combat system is not like fire. No, there's like, I gotta move myself around and click different buttons, and you know, it's definitely not a game where you would want to use a controller, I don't think. I might be getting like a handheld at some point and trying to play that way, but it's definitely not a game where you want to do that. I just don't think it would work out very well.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or
She doesn't even give a crap.
playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield.
What's a Gellerfield?
Perhaps
I don't know.
there is something to
It's not
hold
highlighted, so it
forward
can't tell
to
me.
the ship being possessed after all.
The ship's possessed. I think someone's trying to hunt you down. Von Valentis.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake,
Abelard.
you do not
Okay, that guy's cool.
repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Whoa, calm down, Abelard.
Enough, Abelard. Such
Yeah, that's what I said, dude.
Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has
Thousands of years old.
functioning cogitators and unused compartments to make ignorant folk speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Where is the ship headed? Where's the ship headed?
The Rykad system, the domain
Rykad.
Trader Winterscale,
Okay.
my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a
What?
very specific reason. Perhaps
What?
I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage.
She almost spilled some beans.
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your
Yeah.
new position.
Tell me about it.
Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aid.
So I'm a bitch. God. At work I'm a bitch. Here I'm a bitch. God damn it.
You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As
Oh man, I didn't even. I just started clicking stuff.
only the God Emperor knows.
I have no more
In
questions.
that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, take the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
It's time, boys. It's time. We're going to get some. Oh, coming through the door? Zombies? Who are these clowns? Hey, bro, wrong game. This isn't Age of Sigmar. Get out of here with your primitive bullshit. Okay.
I am but a faithful herald of the righteous wrong.
All combatants acted. Dude, my freaking leg. Every time I sit in my chair, I get a cramp. I don't know what that means. Every time I sit in this goddamn chair, or just any chair, it's not just this chair. It has nothing to do with the chair. It has to do with my legs being fucking old. All combatants act in turns, and their order is determined by initiative roll. Order of turns is displayed at the bottom left side of the screen. Okay. Oh, turns. Okay. So my guy is slow. Start the battle. Kill them!
Tactics are the best ones. I took care of this one. Break them around. For the glory of the Imperium.
Holy shit, Mort.
Chaos guides me.
Chaos guides me. Oh no!
Ears are ringing. Out of my way.
Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Cover that. Did I just get hit? Cocksucker. Cover that a character can hide behind are marked with shields. Or shield with a skull. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to want to move here. My guy is a puss. Now, can I hit this guy from here?
And so
Boom.
shall be done. Another step towards our victory.
Sharpshooter over here. Let's get it. Your character just landed a critical hit that deals increased damage to the character's critical damage stat. Character's critical damage is 150%. Their normal damage by default, however, certain talents, effects, and abilities can increase it. Each weapon has its own critical damage stat that can't, which is added to the character's total. Oh God.
Death to the weak.
Oh, more no. Chat, I gotta stand up. Keep getting a cramp.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Oh yeah. Abelard just parried the. Come on, Abelard, get it. Was he just pep talking himself?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
What the f?
One fewer tongue.
He's a madman. God damn. Okay, to learn more about the effects. Oh. Go. 50 plus ballistic? Yes. Old injury, stack 1 or 2. Okay. See what our chances are. Alright, we can hit him.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Oh! Oh! And I himself, man. Oh. Siri was just talking to me, damn it. He missed too. Chat, I can't get... Ugh. Boy, Theodora's the sharpshooter too. Abelard, get him! Dodged.
Follow my lead.
Think we can move up here?
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. This is beyond me. Death to non-believers. Reduced to dust.
I think we got him. Okay, so I'm starting to get the controls down a bit.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport.
Oh,
Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Horson. Hold on, chat. I'm just gonna sit here, stand, play this game. My leg will not uncramp.
Didn't bat an eye when that burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad.
Oh, is there any people here?
Officer who panicked at the sight of combat on
Crotons, what's going on, my friend?
full sense of
Sorry about wandering off there. I just saw the
them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities.
your messages there. Man, cramps in your fucking calf are the worst. It's like Charlie horse style. But every time I sit down, it gets worse. What's happening?
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space. Though such episodes...
What? Come on, bro. Well, that's what happens when you watch a streamer with, 3 or 4 people watching. Actually, okay, hold on. Let's see if I can sit down now. I don't want to complain about streamers in general because it's tough. You're someone like Moist Critical that has, tens of thousands of people watching. But I, being a small content creator myself, will go into smaller streams. And my biggest pet peeve, if you have no one chatting, and I say, hey, what's up? Or make a comment on something, and they don't respond. They're so engrossed in whatever they're doing, they don't respond. No wonder no one's watching you. I don't want to sit here, like, I can just play the game myself if I don't want to talk to someone. But sometimes I want to watch someone else and interact about the game. Or not even about the game, but just something. Who is? Alright. G Fuel. Well, I mean, if I was able to...
Or have been sabotaged.
Oh.
Either the warp is toying with us, or
sorry, dude.
great lengths to cut the ship's communications.
It's late and I've had a bunch of coffee. Oh, yeah, Moist. Bro. Hold on. Engine Seer? Do I have a Discord? Technically, yes. I, can't say I have too many people in the Discord. I have 10 or 12 people in my Discord in total. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold up. It's not even updated on here, if that tells you how often I go in there. I should also apologize for the stuff that's posted there. I have one follower who is... Wait, what? Hold on. I have one follower who is obsessed with Nikado Avocado. All right, getting logged back in. Yeah. You say that, but Nikado. Okay, my server, invite, copy. Oh, what I opened there? Yeah, that's him. Now, I did watch, Oompaville? Something like that was talking about him. Yeah, it is what it is. And to each your own. If that's the type of stuff that you like, that's fine. I'm not a huge Nikado fan. But yeah, like I said, what's an engine seer? A tech priest whose specialization is the maintenance and repair of sacred machines. So how versed are you in Warhammer 40K? Because this is pretty much my first foray into it. I barely know what the warp is. I've been watching some podcasts and trying to figure things out as I go, but I'm on your Discord. Let's go, baby. Welcome to the Discord. Hopefully you can help me drum up some excitement there. I'm sure you do too, like everybody else. I work a full-time job, and I have such a hard time like getting into everything and keeping up with conversations outside of streaming, which is, something I need to do more regularly again. I used to all the time.
Trust me, this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root.
Oh, I'll incinerate a seed.
Is a hint of warp influence to cloud the minds of normally obedient cattle.
Wow, that guy was insulting.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No, the tumults of the rabble are always contained within their own territory. This is too well organized. It is spreading too rapidly.
Join the channel. Hold on a second. What channel do I have? Oh, I'll join it here in a little bit, man. I'm gonna finish up this first. Hold on. Only because I don't need to be banned.
We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
All right, so this is getting pretty intense.
On ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
All right. Enjoy your pee, brother. You're German. Frame me? Oh, you're good, dude. Oh, you mean like offend? I am incredibly hard to offend. Wait, is there someone else here to kill? I have a tool that will allow me to check the status of the distant compartments. Rewards results. Journal. What are we doing here? I don't know any German. Okay, do we just go straight forward? You didn't hear anything? What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm assuming you're saying something about you don't want to offend me. Oh, don't be afraid. Oh boy.
Let the faith guide my path to
Why is that? You're 32? Nice, brother.
Let us walk this
I mean,
path to the end.
how old do you think I am? Where can we go? More. 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 Nah, I'm 35, my friend. 35. I know. It's incredible.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Who the fuck? Oh, this is Mort. Dude, Mort's a badass. Yeah, right? Way more. Yeah.
Thank
No.
Providence, you are alive and well.
What do you mean? All right, yeah, I know nothing about it. So are they like the what is it, the Adeptus Mechanicus? Like those sort of people? And if they're not human anymore, are the what are those things called? The Necron, are they technically Mechanicum? Or are they something totally different? Because I know their souls were taken from their body. Okay, no worries. Oh yeah, I'm alive and well.
On time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish
And he's a psyker.
around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done.
Where am I right now? Right in the beginning of the game. This is still the tutorial.
Mort, pull yourself together.
Ooh, he didn't like that.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant
Oh, you're good, brother.
destroyed several more heretics on the way here.
Yes, yeah, I'm at the very beginning.
Warp madness.
I am really not far.
My crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Yeah, that was my plan. Whenever I was trying to like read all this stuff. So Warhammer has so much stuff to it, right? And then this game, just trying to get into it and start playing, had so much stuff. It was wild.
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Yes, that is one thing I'll say this game is really, really good at, is explaining all the little minutiae, at least in like an entry-level way. So I'm not totally blind going into it. Like you can hover your cursor over things, and really nice. Mutiny? Yeah, I figured the entirety of Act 1 was going to be a tutorial trying to go over, you know, the intricacies of battle and such.
Could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the
Now, do you play the tabletop and everything, or are you mostly into the lore and the video games?
do both things at once.
Oh, she sounds so mad, dude.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas in the
From
center
all
of
the videos I've watched, which is not, I mean, it's maybe
Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my
6 or 7.
It appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
It seems like Warhammer is a very, I don't want to say European thing, but it seems really big over in Europe, in the UK. Yes, you need me?
If I may, Lord Captain, transitional deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support.
Earlier in the stream I was talking about, it's a British thing, yeah? Interesting.
Directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed arch-militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad.
Yes, yes I am. I'm interested in seeing if Henry Cavill in his series on Amazon brings a lot more like worldwide interest into Warhammer. Let's go. Let's go to the whereabouts of Adelthrad.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator.
Right? It would be... It's so deep in the amount of lore there is. I was talking about when I was in high school and middle school, I read so many Star Wars books. I just really got into the whole EU for that. I've kind of died away from that. Not that I don't like Star Wars anymore, because how could you not like Star Wars? You just talk to you on Discord? Well, yeah, but I don't want to get to, like... Typically, there's other people that come into the stream. I have a solid, like, 5 or 6. You can't type anymore? Sorry, brother. Alright, I'll hop in here in just a little bit, once we get a little bit farther in the game. Also, chat, don't forget, if you guys haven't already done so, the thumbs up button does help. And subscribe for more Warhammer 40K. And other games, too, most likely. Dune, when it comes out. Dune would be amazing. Croutons. I should go to bed anyway. Yeah. What time is it? It's wait, bed. If you're are you in Germany right now? Because I would say what? That would be 8 hours ahead of me. We just sprung forward. There's maybe 7.5 hours ahead. $3 a.m. Oh, that's not anywhere near as bad as I thought. That's only 5 hours. Interesting. I don't know why I thought that Europe was a lot farther ahead. I'm in the east. I'm along the east coast. I guess as you travel across, I see I have a friend that lives in Lyon, France. Oh, that makes sense. But I could have sworn that she was a bit further ahead than 6 hours. But I mean, the last time I talked to her was 2012, 2013, so it's been a while. Okay. What you coughing about?
Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Gala field and the infiltration.
Germans are from the future. That's why your discotheques are so badass.
Unpredictable ways.
Right? I mean, that's technically true. Your new year hits before my new year. That's why the Japanese are so far ahead of us, dude. They're in the future. They're further in the future. They're further in the future there. Where's your Discord text? Blah? What are you talking about?
Enough! Master of Whispers, you must not allow my heir to turn into a mindless mutant and to perish under Enforcer fire. Do whatever it takes to bring Edelthrad back to me.
I didn't say anything about nukes. I said the Japanese they're farther in the future than us. Or were they talking about nukes? Did I miss something? Oh. Sorry.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
Well, yeah, I just don't typically get on the chat channel as well. We're streaming, especially
Are you ready to head to 18?
brand new games for me.
It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I don't need proper gear. I have my skills.
Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
That's strange. What? With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. Ugh! Betrayal. I knew it. Crutons, I knew it. Son of a bitch. You just kicked me in the guts?
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing.
You're right.
Back with us, I see. Delightful.
No. If you had been here when the game started, I said that he seemed shifty. I didn't know he was going to betray me so early. You are right. But I did think that he was a little evil sounding.
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No,
What are you drinking? Some beer?
very little is
Some,
required. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you.
And I was up there? I am the one. That is it. Vodka, man. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, first off, it's YouTube. YouTube hasn't really taken off yet in some of these smaller niches. Not that I think Twitch has a large following for this either, really.
Voidship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power.
Theodora.
Sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel. An ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Whoa. Patience, young Skywalker. Patience. Why are you doing this? What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? Yes. Insult him before he kills you.
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for? Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The warrant of trade. I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
You are my only one here, I think. At least active. To the void with you. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with the singular urge, go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. Appreciate? Is that what are you saying? Appreciate? course I appreciate you. You're here, brother. You're in the void with us. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence. Ooh. Forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step toward the gate. No! Skill test dialogue. One of the available dialogue options requires make a skill test. In this case, you can decide whether or not to select an option, the consequences of. Interesting. These skill tests are interesting. 100%. Good. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Succeeded. 20 experience. Good. Suck it. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which you're unfamiliar with. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Brother, you take care. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to chill next time we are streaming, make sure you subscribe. We're going to start making some YouTube videos about Warhammer. If not, I just appreciate your drunk ass being here, my friend. Chat, anybody else is here, say goodbye to Crotons. Farewell and sleep well, my friend. The servitor on the gate begins to move with the screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward, closer to you. It lowers. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with the sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of your light... The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols in green background. A whisper... You were wounded by crypto. That's right. Runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voitvir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Dude, this is actually pretty intense. You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and is in a perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or protruding piece of rebar. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you're used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has metal hinges in place of the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than ordinary. The Sentinel's jaws clamp on your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this is happening.
Levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
We assume the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Here we go, boys. Get him.
Well, there is still another way.
Got him. Uh-oh. I think we're going to have to fight. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what is, whatever, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily. I'm a slow reader, bro. Stop moving. What's that little robot?
Escort the child of the house to safety. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish...
This is getting intense pretty quickly. It's actually really freaking decent.
Middle and upper decks.
No, that's not what I said, dude.
Of safe placement in areas of concentration.
I wanted a weapon.
Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will...
We're gonna have to hold off this cat.
Order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay, journal. As the game story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating... okay. Maybe up there. Indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal by pressing J or clicking the mouse button on it. Okay. Journal entries help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The quest tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information, typical stuff.
So divine watches over us.
Where are we going? Let's just follow along with this dude, huh? Now it's sealed.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Let's throw him this massive, that's right.
Presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny.
Yes, he is.
And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora. Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized.
Well, are they really organized, though?
Between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get involved.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, Now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense.
Oh, thank God.
Here.
Laser gun, a flak chest plate, and a med kit. Let's go, baby. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happens when a character receives damage. 50%. When a character initially suffers an injury, it is considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a medikit without passing a skill test. An old injury can be healed with a medikit, but this requires to administer Medicae test. Using medkits to restore wounds and heal. Use medkits to restore wounds and heal injuries. Once the combat is over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries that may have sustained remain. Those can be healed by a medkit. Medkits can only be used by characters who have field med feature, base skill Medicae, or have taken Medicae skill advancement at least once whenever a character does. I'm pretty sure we can do it too. To equip new weapons or armor, open your inventory from I, double click that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Weapons. Let's put on this armor here to help us out.
I won't suffer this. I can't allow myself to do this.
Okay. Oh, that's our inventory there. Okay. I'm good. That's my character. All right. Wait. It doesn't even tell me. Doesn't give us any of that right now. Okay, what was our thing right now? Okay, something would be a wise choice.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh...
Heresy grows from idleness.
We are the spear...
For the Emperor.
I'm at your service. The sooner we start.
No suffering will make me forget his secret.
What advice do you seek? Let me help. That is a noticeable improvement.
Okay.
Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
That's interesting.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Damn. Oh, okay, let's continue.
That is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space.
Oh boy. All right, chat.
I fear that they may have already lost control.
Get to refocus. Focus. Focus. Properties. Guess we'll do this on our own. And we are good. Now, we are going to call an end to the stream for tonight. We got an intro to Warhammer 40,000. It is intense. There's a lot to it. So I'm going to start diving into this more off stream, figuring out where we want to go with this, and start pumping out some content for you all. Most of it's going to be me being surprised by the stuff I learn. But we're going to try to get some videos out. I can't promise a lot in terms of a schedule for videos, so I'm at least going to try to get one a month out. If not, eventually one a week. But right now, I just have to try to increase the amount of information that I can just understand with this intense universe. I appreciate y'all being here today, coming in and hanging out. Violent Gents, Cheesecake, Crotons, all of you being here and watching me make a fool of myself. It has been a blast. I appreciate you all. Until next time, you guys stay safe and stay healthy.